Hello, everybody. If you're new here, welcome. If you're new here, welcome back. My code name is Nightingale, but you can call me Bird for short. And today, I am fully gilded in my gold armor because I put together that I could use the gold blocks I got from the ruined nether portal to make boots. And the sun is rising on a brand new world and a brand new day. Yes, this is only episode 3 of my hardcore world. But I've already died twice. So this is our third world. If you can't remember, I did try to go get some armor and stuff last time, but I died to a witch in a cave because I was in the mine shaft. Yeah, it's a whole story. We're gonna pretend it's never happened, because we learned from armor snakes. Anyway, I have quite the plan for today. Even though I quite like my gilded armor, I am going to go get some iron because I need some tools. And gold armor doesn't last a long time, so it's probably best if I get some extra iron to make some more armor. And then after that, I'm going to build a house. It's episode 3. I haven't built a single thing. I need to do that. But first things first, I have to get the iron tools. You've already seen a good amount of iron mining last episode, and I'm not going into caves if I can help it. So I'm just going to go to those mountains behind me, and hopefully there's a lot of exposed iron and stuff like that, and I'll come back to y'all after I do that. So I'll see y'all when I get back from that, from my little adventure. And I will not die this time. I will not die today. See you soon. And we're back. As you can see, I got a set of new shiny iron tools, and I've got some more cooking up in the furnace. I'm not going to make any iron armor until I badly need replacement gold armor because, not gonna lie, I've never been in survival mode world where I had a full set of gold armor, and I like how shiny it looks. And since I have a full set of armor anyway, I guess I might as well use it. So I'm gonna use that. Now my plan for this video. Oh, I should mention I went over that way, and it's like super pretty over there. Like that is very much a windswept savanna. And you can tell it's a windswept savanna when there's like savanna trees and like the mountains are all like swoopy and super steep and stuff like that. I also found a very nice flower meadow. There, I found another village actually. There's a wandering trader there, but I only found like 1 emerald from it. And I ran into a baby zombie that gave me a carrot. So, yeah. So my plan for the rest of this video is to finally build a house. However, I need to figure out. I think I'm just gonna build it like right here. However, I'm going to need stone. I'm going to need wood and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to keep quiet for the entire video because I want to actually be able to talk and stuff. However, most of the material gathering in the early game, collecting of iron stuff is not that very entertaining. And I make these videos, 1, to have fun because I like it, and 2, to entertain you guys. And I don't want to bore you with the boring stuff. So I need to collect some wood and some stone. And yeah, I'll be right back, I guess. Hopefully finally building a house right where this plot is. Okay, So the next few days I went exploring around my area to get more materials that I need, including some stone, oak wood. I got a bit of birch wood, um, acacia wood, diorite, things like that. And now you can see this is all the things I should need. I'll probably need refill on some things. But I've got the oak, got birch and acacia, stones, stuff like that. I got my stone cutter here too. And you can see that I'm still growing some more acacia wood. But I also pushed back the land just slightly. Oops. Pushed the land back just slightly. And I should be ready to actually finally start building. I think what I want to do with this stone is that I want to make a foundation, probably like 2 blocks tall, maybe? Or maybe 3, so I can have like a small little basement area. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it out of cobblestone first, and then add some stone and stuff like that, so that if I make a mistake, I'm not breaking the stone, because I don't have silk touch. Okay, let's actually get started on building, shall we? I think I might have to go get some andesite. I'm gonna go get some andesite, just so that I can make this look a bit better. I should have thought about that. Oh yeah, that definitely looks really good. Hello. Now the floor is going to be kind of tricky, because I want to do a pattern. I gotta figure out it's going to be uneven, but it's fine. Everything's fine. Oh my gosh, that's so bright. Let me turn this into blanks and see how that looks. This is going to be a pain to do, isn't it? I don't know if I like this, guys. I don't know. Let me get the frame in, and then I'll decide if I like that or not. Guys, this is the part of the build where I start questioning everything. I hate those corners. I'm gonna have to move it in one more. Okay, so I decided to go with this floor pattern here, where it is just the acacia wood that's gray. I still need to fix over here, but it's like kind of wavy-ish. It's just enough difference to where it's not just like um, boring repeating parts, you know? Okay, so I've managed to figure out the roof, as you can probably tell. I did finish it, and I did a little bit of detail work. Here, let me show you more up close. I fixed up this little entranceway here. This torches will be replaced with lanterns at some point once I get to decorating. I textured the sides with some polished diorite. I finished the roof, as you can see. It's a very nice shape. I don't know what to call it, but I have textured it with stone and andesite. And then the roof looks basically the same from the back. Now, headed in here, it is looking really open, and it does not look that good. So I gotta, excuse me, I am going to be taking care of that. And while I was off camera taking care of all of this and finishing it all up, I did gather some more materials that I'm going to use for decorating. I'm going to use leaves both outside and inside, wood for various things. I don't know if I'm going to use the acacia logs for stuff, but I decided to just finish chopping down all of the trees out there. There are still a few saplings though. And then I went out for some more iron, and I grabbed some clay. I used the iron for lanterns and chains and stuff like that. And then I grabbed some clay to make into bricks so I can make decorated or actual pots and flower pots and stuff like that to decorate the inside. However, I just left them like this so I can make the stuff as I need it. And then there's some coal for torches because clearly I don't have any. It is turning night though. But now, what I want to do currently is I want to cut this in half basically so that there's a second floor, and then all the main stuff is going to be on this bottom floor right here. However, I want to make it like sectioned off in rooms and stuff, which will be kind of interesting. I have to figure out if I'm going to have to break some windows in order to make neat rooms, but we'll have to see. First things first, I want to make the roof, and I have a pretty good idea for it. However, I can't decide which wood types I want to use because it's going to be a stripped log and then slabs. However, I can't figure out which orientation I want to use. So I could just go, ooh, nope, I don't like that. Is there any stripped? There is a stripped birch log in here for my various adventures of trying to figure out the gosh darn roof. I do kind of like that better. But what if it's this instead? Because the wood type is going to be a slab. So this, maybe this? I don't know, that's way too bright. About these. Yeah, no, that's too vibrant. Oh no, that's terrible. Okay. Thinking maybe this, so it's not like too bright. But then the second floor is gonna match with that. Well, I guess either way it's gonna match with that since there's also birch. I don't know. Okay, yeah, let's go with that. Hopefully I have enough because one of the woods I didn't grab more of was birch because I thought I was going to use oak for this. But it's fine. What on earth? Did y'all hear that? I don't know if y'all heard that or not. If you didn't, I was just working on my house and I started hearing like the glitchy kind of cave sound. I'm not in a cave though. Is it the blocks I'm using? Oh, I didn't like that at all. So, by the way, have y'all heard about the fall update that Mojang has already announced? Like the update that they're going to be adding a bunch of uses to copper in the game, including a tool set and an armor set. And then also they're adding the copper golem, like the organizing golem, the loser of a mob vote however many years ago. Like, that's insane. Not like bad insane, but like cool insane, right? What I'm surprised about though is that like when Mojang released the video on their YouTube channel, because that's how I found out, it was just barely 2 weeks after the Chase the Skies update dropped. Like, barely. So, my question is, how on earth are they pumping out these updates so fast? Because, like, I know they're small updates, so it probably doesn't take as long to... There's another cave sound. Anyway, it doesn't take as long to develop as, like, say, Turkey Trials or Caves and Cliffs, but, like, that's still incredibly fast. Especially with how they've had to make vibrant visuals. It's nuts. I'm excited for that. Oh, wrong one. I am excited for that, though. That does sound really cool. Does this make sense now, guys? So now what I plan to do is section this off. I'm planning on... What my idea for this area is that this is going to be where I mainly hang out. So I don't have to go up and down stairs 24/7. I'm going to have my bedroom down here, I'm going to have my workshop down here, and then things to store the stuff that I use most often, like woods and ores and stuff like that. And then up top here is just going to be extra storage. Eventually I want to be able to spread out my storage to different buildings that I eventually make, so that I can actually like go around my area and like not build something and never come back to it. But for now, I am going to need somewhere to store most of my stuff, or else this is definitely going to become a chest monster. And I have had chest monsters before, and it's kind of hard to get rid of because then you look at the giant monster and be like, I don't want to deal with it, kind of thing. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to section this off in rooms, and then I'll come back to you guys once I figured that out. Okay, so I finished my bedroom, I think. Yeah, so it's basically just this little walled off section over here where it's like a drop down, and I've got my bed here. It's basically just full of plants. Maybe at some point I'll put like an armor stand right here to put my gold armor on once I get like a full set of iron. Because that would be a very cool decoration, especially since how shiny it looks. Yeah, I'd like that. But this is my bedroom. I think maybe I'll wall off this part right here, and up here can be like a grand staircase kind of upwards to here. So let me just take care of that real quick. I do like that. Okay. Okay, I do actually really like that. So I'll put all of my utility stuff here, right? And then there's going to be a grand staircase going up towards the storage, which it will take some room up there, but I don't need like dozens of chests. Then my bedroom will be right here, and then I'll have like a little sitting area maybe? I don't know. Why do I keep thinking that birch is a creeper? Like the sapling? I don't know. There we go. Oh no, 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 no. Oh no, 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 no. There's a witch outside. Okay, okay. Oh my god, it's right there. I'm just gonna... Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm extremely scared of witches now. I didn't used to be, but like... After last time... I am not losing this world. Not this time. Okay, that's better. Oh my god. No, 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 no. No. Oh gosh. Unfortunately, I'm coming to the conclusion that that witch is not despawning. Here we go. Oh my god. It was ready for that. It didn't last very long though. Okay. I don't see any creepers. So hopefully they despawned. Let's kill this witch, shall we? Where'd it go? Did it despawn? Oh, free lead. Thank God. I actually think I'm gonna make a trip to the flower forest to pick up a bunch of different flowers so I can use them in our house. Let's see. This is feeling empty right here. Alright, now that we have the bedroom done, and we also have the workshop done. Got all my furnaces in here, some plants, a chest with random junk in it. Oops. Don't actually need that. We got some plants. I wanted trapdoors right here too, but I wouldn't be able to do that. So I kind of like put the trapdoors around, and I kind of like how it's a little like disorganized. Then a bunch of barrels back here, and then leaves and stuff. It is a bit of a tight fit over here, that's why I didn't add much over here. But I do actually really like it. I'm going to put this here actually, so there's a little more light. But now I need to start on the staircase here. There we go. Alright, I believe I have finished the interior of the first floor, and I actually really, really like it. So, first off, I put this little plant here, and it looks like I try to put it around here kind of haphazardly so it looks a bit jumbled, kind of a little more natural, and then it has this little bit hanging off here. Then we got some flower pots. I have flower pots everywhere. Over here, I have a little corner. I didn't want to add too much to this since there's already a lot going on over there. Oh, let me take care of that. And then here's my bedroom. You've already seen it, I believe. The stairs up here. Currently, there's nothing back there. There's a tiny, tiny room over there. But I didn't really want to put storage back there, and I don't have a magical nephew that I hate to put in the cupboard up the stairs. Anyway, here I have my workshop. I still need to put some coal in these. I got some wood here, storage, more plants, painting, which I actually really like. I have no clue what that painting is called, but I do really like that there. Adds some other nice sub-block details. You got the stuff I need here, and the stuff that I use most often will be stored down here. However, I will need to take care of this absolute mess that I have made. However, upstairs is still very bare. I think this is definitely one of those projects I'm going to take care of off camera because it's basically just me figuring out the storage area. So at some point I'll deal with that so that Chance's monster doesn't grow. However, real quick, before I end the episode, I want to add some more details out here. Excuse me, because I gotta like replace the torches, add some life, and of course sprinkle a bunch of leaves on the roof so it doesn't look as plain. So let me take care of my inventory and I'll do that. And with that, guys, I finally present to you my house. Oh, wrong button. Sorry. I finally finished it. It's actually been a long time, but I'm sure it's much, much shorter in video. Here's the outside. I've got a bunch of plant boxes. I'll probably go in at some point later with a bunch of like bone meal and stuff to add a little more grass in here, but I won't do that right now because maybe I'll do some more flower boxes. I don't know. But here's the outside. I know I just showed you the inside, but let you have another look at it from a couple different angles. I added a lantern right here because why not? It kind of resembles me in real life, how I'm kind of messy, but I know where everything is. Yeah. Honestly, I am extremely proud of myself because I don't think I've ever, we won't talk about it up here. Like I said, I'll probably do this off camera. Let me just light it up a little bit more. Like I was saying, I am extremely proud of myself because this is probably the most detailed interior I have done ever. And I absolutely love it. The colors are amazing. Gosh, I'm so excited about it. I love this so much. And I will be back for more another time. I'll probably, like I said, I'll probably do a few more little details here and there. Let's see if I can get on this tree. Anyway, with that, I am going to go ahead and log off. Thank you so much for everyone watching. If you're new here, maybe consider subscribing if you were entertained, pretty please, because this is a brand new channel. This is only my 3rd episode, but if you want some more hardcore content like this, this is actually the first full episode where I've actually survived, and I've actually played a lot more days than you'll see in the finished video, so also proud of myself on that front. So if you want to see more hardcore, I'll be coming up with that. And at some point, just so it's not just straight hardcore, I will be playing on some public servers, playing some mini games, which will be fun. But for now, I'm going to focus on actually getting started, or not getting started, but getting good and settled, especially with the storage system and stuff with my house. So thank you so much for watching. If you were entertained, consider subscribing, pretty please. And I'll see you next time. Bye!